He's a fluty man, fluting wherever he can. Fluty, fluty man. Look at the flute. The flute goes well in his mouth. They really thought of it. The fingers, the rat. Come on! Rat King, more like Flute King, am I right? Little flute boys, flutin', highfalutin'. I think it's a recorder. To me, it looks much more like a recorder. Anyways, here we have the IDW Best Action Loyal Subjects Rat King. Some of you folks might be wondering why he's such a creepy weirdo. You might be used to sexy Rat King, you know, all sorts of different Rat Kings. But this is the IDW Rat King from their comics on TMNT, based on the Mateus Santolouco artwork. This Rat King, he's a member of the Pantheon, which is basically a family of elder gods, more or less, divine beings. And he's, you know, the trickster chaos god who identifies with the rats. And so he is probably the creepiest version of the Rat King, though he's very similar to the 2012 series Rat King, which also took like a very creepy take on it. I kind of have to assume that's where they took a lot of their inspiration from. TMNT, the various series and comics, especially the IDW comics, they're just pulling from everywhere. And so the 2012 Rat King seems to be the granddaddy of this one. But this figure, it's pretty awesome. Now, he is a spindly figure, which you may know is kind of my personal pet peeve of figures, where generally the spindly a figure, the more spindly a figure gets, the harder they become to stand and pose. They have little tiny feet. And so, like, it's not bad. This one stands actually pretty good. But the spindliness, I feel like just it highlights, you know, weaknesses in the plastic, everything like that. But this figure is actually pretty solid. So let's look at the old articulation. He's doing the full Townsend just fine. Now, this is the glow-in-the-dark variant, so some of the colors, some of the paint choices might seem a little odd. They might not pop as much as they will in the normal figure. This is the Target exclusive. But he's pretty good. So full Townsend's good. He does have the bicep cut, and then he's double jointed. He's got like the wrappings, everything. And then he's got, here he has, these are his flute hands. They're very, you know, the fingers are tight to do the flutiness. So yeah, that's pretty good. Some interesting action on the waist. So he has kind of this waisty cut, and there's like a joint there, so he's doing some tipping. So, you know, some folks, they're going to be like, oh no, what about the crunch? Enter this interesting waist joint. So he's getting, that's as crunchy as you're going to get. That's a full 90 bend. He's bowing. Every Japanese diplomat would be proud. But the joint there is very interesting. It's not a ball peg. It's very much like a knee joint, you know, that kind of, that bar. You can see a little better there as you get in there, right? It's a very interesting choice on a joint. I don't dislike it. It's not so pretty. I guess you can move like his skirt up to compensate for it. So yeah, there's that, folks. Let me know in the comments, how do you feel about this bold new hip joint? He does have, you know, the legs, but the skirt to his robe thing is going to get in the way, hamper movement. So he can kick forward pretty great in his lankiness, but he's really, you're not going back much. He does have a thigh cut in there, and then he's got the double jointed knees, and again, that's the classic joint that folks not a fan of with the loyal subjects. I don't mind. I don't really care. A lot of Marvel folks, they have the same kind of thing. No, like any kind of thigh cut. Boy, this dude's all ankle. And then the feet. I actually really like the feet on this guy. The standard rocker. You know, some of the loyal subjects, especially with the turtle feet, they have these big, stocky, blocky feet, and there's no forward movement, which is not ideal, to say the least. But this one, I'm getting about all the movement. And look at that. He can do like a prancy dancy kind of pose, if I could get him to stand. Hey, 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 that's a cool pose. Little twinkle toes, little ballerina man. So, you know, it's a pretty cool figure. I like it. It's interesting. It's really spindly. You can see Alopex. I guess, I don't know if they do proper waves, but she came along to Target. This is the pink Alopex, of course. We'll take a look at her in a separate video. But yeah, I like, he's got the creepiness, the jauntiness, the head. Not a ton of head movement. Loyal subjects. So here's one face. He's got like the beady red eyes. He's got the hair. I like the hair, you know. What's with, I don't know, bald. I mean, I'm kind of balding myself, but I've never quite understood just like taking just remaining scraps of hair. If you ever go, if you lose it on the top of the dome, it's going all off. I'm going full bald. But maybe, you know, this is like a reverse mola. I don't know what you'd call it. But so the heads, they do just like a big old ball peg. And so, oh God, Jesus. As you can see, it's a little hard to put it on sometimes. But there's that. So he's a pretty rad figure. He's got his little flute. Right? And then you can see how he's lining up. He's a pretty tall, lanky man. How he lines up next to Wrath. Next to Shredder. He's about Shredder height. So I do like the wide range of heights. And this, there he goes. The Loyal Subjects IDW line has scaled very well. Their Toon line, the scale is way off. But I feel like they've really done it well. And they've thought about it, and they make sure everybody matches up. And so, you know, if Rat King is generally tall, like a human, he's taller than at least some of the turtles. So that's really dope. I really love him there. Let's check out now. Let's look at that sweet, sweet packaging. See what that's all about. Here is the Loyal Subjects packaging. I love this one. It's the hang tab. It's carded, but it's also just a very nice display. You don't have to rip it open. It's a box, so you can open the box, put it back in. Of course, that stellar Santolouco artwork, glow in the dark. We'll look at the glow a little bit later. They have like more of the renders. You can see everything he comes with. And yeah, this is such a cool Rat King. But yeah, the best part of the packaging, you get the window box, you get the hang tab, you know, you get a nice little background. It has the TMNT branding there. That's super dope. I love these displays. You can make a nice, you know, side mural thing going on, kind of like what I got the turtles there. But you have, there's no ties. There's no crazy ties. You're just doing a little tray system. So this was what, like $22? Folks like NECA, everybody do a tray. Just do a dang tray. Save us all some ties. It's so easy. It's so nice. Just pop. And then, you know, you want to take a look at the other head sculpt. So this one's just a little, God, I'm knocking everybody down. So this one's like maniacal mouth open. This is that kind of devilish grin, but you're looking at like the same noodly hair and whatnot. So that's cool. Of course, you get your tiny little rat. That is super fun. I love that. You get the recorder. His little kind of like recorder. That's a recorder. Everybody had a recorder in school. You know it. I guess it's a flute, whatever. You get, of course, they always give you the best action sticker. They vary the colors. Sometimes the turtles get like a darker one, a rainbow one. This one is just like a brilliant little blue. And then you get the other hand sculpts. So you get kind of like the Wacha magic-y hand, all nice and wrapped up, spindly fingers. This one's kind of a little bit reach out and grab you hand. And then he's got two of just, you know, the open palmed hands, because he's a very reasonable man. Just standard peg on those, and put that in there. And then, ooh, that's a little wonky. And he can hold his little shit. He can hold his little rat buddy. Look at that. Look at that. That's so fun. I love this figure. He's a creepy weirdo. He's stellar. Now, we got to check out the glow. So you can see just from the regular light, there is a decent amount of glow. The best action glow is pretty good. But where their glow really shines is going to be the black light. So if we charge this bad boy up, you can see like his wrapping's got the glow. Maybe a little on the hair. Am I imagining things? Charge him up with the legs. The glow. These figures are really, I guess it's the hair that was peeking out. Yeah, there's kind of a, I feel like there's like a touch of it. But the black light is really how you bring out the best glow. So yeah, and I like, it's crazy. They didn't do any glow on the teeth. You know, so it's like black teeth. So yeah, to really get the most of the glow, you need a black light. Though they do day glow, just not as fantastically. So overall, it's a stellar line. You can see that head too with that smirk. Any glow on the rat? Ooh. No, but they do. The black light brings out like the creepy rat eyes. So yeah, you know, Best Action. I think they're doing a fantastic job with this line. I absolutely love it. The artwork, they couldn't have picked a better artist on the run to go through and do figures. Though I'd like some Andy Kuhn, you know, Peterson. I forget his first name. He did a lot of great covers. So the IDW comics have a wealth of great artists. But going with Mateus Santolouco and basing the line off of his artwork, that's freaking stellar. I'm excited to see. I guess some of the other figures they'll have to bust out, like Sophie Campbell, all those kind of things. But yeah, get yourself a Rat King. Highly recommend the glow. If you love glow figures, this is a fantastic glow. Thanks for joining me, folks. Yeah, it's been a bit since I cranked out a video. There's been some stuff going on. You know, I lost Boots, so love you always, Boots. But yeah, I'm back in the saddle. So thanks for joining me. Like, follow, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this line. And coming up next, we'll check out some Alapex, the pink version. So yeah,